This is where we come from, yeah, we did it. City on my back, I'm committed. This is where we come from, yeah, we made it. Now the whole team celebrating. We like, oh, 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 oh. Don't mistake the new me for the old me. They can't stop me now, I'm with the home team. No beginner, I'm a winner. Took a couple losses, now I'm cooking, let me simmer. Yeah, tunnel vision, all I see is win, 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 win. This my city section where you been. We move faster alone, but go further together. We can weather any weather forever. A dream team, I done seen things. Confidence is on 100,000. I got family for miles, running up the mileage. Made it through some trials and some tribulations. Now me and the team out here celebrating, yeah. This is where we come from, yeah, we did it. City on my back, I'm committed. This is where we come from, yeah, we made it. Now the whole team celebrating. We like, oh, 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 oh. You probably thought you knew. A new day is approaching, turn the gray skies into blue. I grew up on these same blocks, school of hard knocks. Had to get it on a hard time, took the hard shots, but we made it. Anticipated, highly decorated. The home team is winning, celebrated. The victory is all mine, and everything is alright. And you know how to see things, confidence is on 100,000. I got family for miles, running up the mileage. Made it through some trials and some tribulations. Now me and the team, I had celebrating, yeah. This is where we come from, yeah, we did it. City on my back, I'm committed. This is where we come from, yeah, we made it. Now the whole team celebrating. We like, oh, 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 oh.
All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Spike Kool-Aid for Friday, January the 10th, man, 2025. Year is already flying past, man, absolutely flying past. We are a week and a half into the new year. How crazy is that? What's going on? AZ, what's happening? Danny, Rail, what up? Aaron Smith, what's up? Says, what up, Doe, my Lions family? More important, what up, D? What's up, my man? Cordell, what up, nephew? Says, what's up, Steve? Says, hey, fellas. Hey, Derek. Yeah, what's up, Jay? What's going on, man? Listen, not a ton of stuff to talk about today, but we still on nonetheless. Got a couple updates tonight. I will be on Motor City Cats. You might know him, formerly known as Chef Lions. I'll be on his channel at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We're going to do a little collaboration this evening. And Ben Johnson, Aaron Glenn are going to have completed or will be completing their interviews. And I think I figured out why Aaron Glenn turned down the Patriots role. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. What's up, Bud Tribe? What's up? What's going on, Miss Dees? What's up? No pain, no gain says, what's up, old school? Dolphins fired Wes Welker. I did see that. That literally just dropped on Twitter right before I hit go live. Also, man, got some massive news I'm pretty excited about. The Syndicate brand. Remember, I've been telling y'all that this is the year of the business. And we will be unveiling a new logo very, very soon. So I'm excited. It's one that I could sell and begin to put on merch. So I'm pretty excited. One of the goals that I had for 2025, as you guys know, this is the year of the business. Also, we got to talk about the All-Pro. Detroit Lions with 4 first-team All-Pros, and one of them is Kirby Joseph. So forget the Pro Bowl. How about that All-Pro? The Rams have been moved out of L.A. due to the wildfires, man, and it's crazy because L.A. is a beautiful city. Anybody who watches this channel or Lion Syndicate that is affected by these fires, man, praying for you, hang in there. It's tough. I just literally saw that this might be the worst wildfire like in history in California, so it's gonna be tough, man. They did move the game to Arizona, and I don't know if the Rams are going to have home field advantage like they would have had, even though it's the Rams. So do they really have home field advantage? So we're just kind of going to go. Any questions, any topics you guys want to talk about? Like I said, very light day. Most of the team, I think, is on vacation. I just saw Danny Rogers was actually doing something for college football, and she's flying back to Detroit so she can get prepped for these games. Now, Monday, we should be back in the swing of things where the team is gearing up for their opponent. We might not know who the opponent is just yet. If seeds 6 or 7 win, they're automatically coming to Detroit. But if they both lose, we could have a rematch against the Minnesota Vikings. So that should be good. What's up, Braylon? What's going on, man? Ben Johnson finished interview with the Patriots. Yes, I saw that. Yes, and Ennis Rakestraw is going to be back eventually. His 21-day window opened yesterday, so he is going to be some help. Now, I saw something yesterday, and it was tremendously confusing. And I made a video. We talked about it on Monday's show. And that is, has the time passed for free agents, specifically players of other teams who might go through the waiver wire to clear waivers and become part of another team? So I saw some rules for 2025 or 2024. And according to what Pride of Detroit said, it was still an opportunity for a person to be waived, clear waivers, and play for another team. Each team can have up to 4 free agents signed during the playoffs, but no more than 2 in a week. But then I could not find any concrete information as to if that's the case for this year. And then I started going down the rabbit hole of Calais Campbell, and he looked like he's done for the year. He's done for the year. I couldn't find any articles that said that he potentially could play for another team this year. So I don't know what the truth is, but I do know Wednesday at 4 p.m. rosters were locked. So I'm assuming rosters that are not in the playoffs are locked is what I don't understand why it wouldn't be specific and say that. What's up, Sergey? What's going on? There is no home field advantage in LA. Ravens versus Lions this year. Well, I only got one thing to say about that, man. And you should already know what it is. Hold on. Hold on. I had the button muted. Let's try it again.
He's the funniest guy who gets the job done. Likes and how-tos, renovate, so fun. Man, he's so crazy, better pick up the thumb. Lamar Wilson.
You already know how I feel about that, man. Playoff Lamar. We get to see playoff Lamar this week, and we going to see what that is all about. I thought it was just off practice squads. Mark, you thought what? What's up, Shift God? What's good with you? Lane Johnson thinks he should have been first team All-Pro over tackle Penei Sewell. Well, of course he does. Young punk. What's up, Lewis? What's good with you, man? So, yeah, man, let me pull this up real quick, and we'll get this thing going. Let me see. Somebody just sent me. Oh, yeah, I just saw it. Was that dude? Somebody just sent me that. Lord have mercy. The Eagles, man, didn't Darius Slay yap his mouth yesterday? Somebody always yapping. Shut your mouth. Sound like somebody talking, man. All right, let me pull this up. But how y'all doing this Friday, man? How's it been? Tomorrow we're going to do bye week and chill, man, over on Lions Syndicate beginning at about probably 4 o'clock. The games kick off at 4:30. We're going to be doing both those games. We're going to be doing all 3 Sunday, and we're going to be doing the one on Monday. So first time for everything, man. Bye week and chill is going to be on Lions Syndicate tomorrow, since there'll be like absolutely nothing coming out about the Detroit Lions. Sports Talk with Rob. What up, though? What's up, my man? What's going on? The Rust Belt Rundown. What's good with you? Signing players. Okay, I have a question, but how many helmet and bobblehead we have so far in your collection? Okay, so mini helmets, I just got the 3. I've got the alternate helmet from last year, the original helmet with the gray face mask, the original helmet with the blue face mask. I also, bobbleheads, I've got, here, let me cut. Camera B. I've got Aiden Hutchinson. I've got Jahmyr Gibbs. That right there is the stanky leg hutch. That's Brad Holmes. That one is Calvin Johnson. And then 2 over here you can't see, Sonic and Knuckles, a.k.a. David and Jahmyr. I did see something that is pretty cool, man. The Bradbury Mint has been making statues of players. And I looked and I saw Jordan Love. I saw, Christian McCaffrey. And I'm like, where's our guy? Where's the Lion at? And I dropped it. I saw on Wednesday night, the Bradbury Mint has a Aiden Hutchinson. It's 9 inches, which is probably the same size as the Hutch bobblehead. That mug is sweet. It's $200. It will not release, get this, until December of this year. But that mug is sweet. And I was like, yo, I need to get it. What's up, Lupe? What's good with you, man? Do you think they split carries the way they did before Monty got injured, or as a little less than before? Jay, it depends on whether or not Monty is 100%. And I know most players are not 100%, but he's got to be like 100. He got to be like 100, for his injury. Oh my God. By the way, we've got to talk about some things as well. Did y'all hear that Deshaun Watson tore his Achilles again? What in the world? Now his entire season is in jeopardy. And if I'm Myles Garrett, I'm gone. That's all I'm saying. We had a very good conversation yesterday on Lions Syndicate, Detroit Lions Weeklies, happening at Thursday at 4 p.m. EST, about the number of sacks that the Detroit Lions got. And we talked about it. I think we talked about it on Wednesday's show. Yeah, we talked about it on Wednesday's show. But the Detroit Lions going to have to do something. What's up, D. Shell? You can't waive players until after Week 18, NFL rules. So Dolphins screw Calais Campbell by not releasing by Week 17. You know what, Sheldon? That's kind of what I was like. I didn't see any concrete rules from the NFL, but that's what the consensus was that I was saying, which is why Ezekiel Elliott got waived when he did. So yeah, but that would make sense though, because it was like Calais, his year was over, which kind of sucks, man. It really does. If I'm Miami, and you know what? I'm not going to put it all on Miami, because Calais wanted to be there. He wanted to be there. Now he's got to make a decision on whether or not he wants to go back. But he wanted to be there. He wanted that team to go to the playoffs, but it didn't happen. So, it's not 100% their fault. I thought you were about to say the same size as his bruh. Q-Ball, you are ridiculous. Are you making a video on potential replacements for Glenn and Johnson soon? No pain, no gain. I'm not, because knowing the Lions like you don't know. I mean, it's probably a combination of Shep. It's somebody probably on the inside. So it's too many variables. So I don't really know. I don't know what they're going to do. What's up, Fresh and Fly says, what up, Derek? I can see Monty only taking goal line or short yardage carries. Yeah. Did y'all peep when Jared Goff came in after the Vikings win? He said, Demo, you got 2 weeks. And I was like, do he know something we don't? This is before we found out about Monty. And it was like, yo, Demo, you got 2 weeks. But yeah. What's up, Tyrone? What's good with you, man? Now, I was thinking about this. Dolphins should have released him early, because they had to know they weren't making the playoffs with Chiefs hitting everyone against the Broncos. And on top of that, was you really going to do anything? You squeak in as a 7 seed, and historically the 7 seed they don't do anything. So they would have been one and done, and then the season would have been over anyway. But at least he could say, I guess he got to the dance. So I don't know, man. But, unfortunate for him, he is going to be at the crib and have to decide on his future. I could see him retiring, or, it kind of sucks, man. Kind of sucks. Kiera, what's going on? Got Packers beating Eagles, says Sports Talk with Rob. Jalen Hurts back. Not sure how he's going to look. A.J. Brown nursing a knee injury. So, these guys, Jalen hasn't played in like 3 weeks. So I don't know how that's going to be. Scotty Montgomery could become an OC for us. He's currently assistant head coach too. Let him cook. You know what? He also could go and be a head coach somewhere. All right, so let me find this. Let's do this. Let me move this right here. Let me pull this up, the screen up right here. Got you here, got you there. All right, let's pull it up. All right. So Kirby Joseph got snubbed with the Pro Bowl voting, and we were upset. I mean, he's the league leading interception leader, and he got robbed. There's no doubt about it. You got guys, Pro Bowl is a fan service. It is voted on by players as well, but it's more of a popularity contest. It's like when the NFL picks their top 100 players, and it's kind of in-house, but you have the fans voting as well. And if you're popular, you're going to be voted to the Pro Bowl, whether or not you deserve to go or not. And Kirby Joseph is in the Pro Bowl. And along with many other Lions, let's take a look real quick at the All-Pro first team offense. Now, I don't know how I feel about this. We got Amon-Ra St. Brown, and this is his second year in a row making All-Pro. He made it last year. He made it this year. He was really, really steamed that he didn't make the Pro Bowl, as he should, and that's not coming from Pride of Detroit. But if we look at the defense here, we've got Kirby Joseph. Kirby Joseph made the Pro Bowl. But what I wanted to do real quick is I wanted to pull in this up. No, I didn't switch scenes yet. My bad. New news. My bad. Let me pull this over here. Let me pull that. Let's look at, this is the Lions surprising all their guys about their All-Pro selection.
Oh, hey, Sammy.
Hey, Kirby.
What's good?
How
What's going
are
on?
you?
I'm good.
Good. So we didn't have you make the first team for Pro Bowl, which was a little bit of a bummer, but it did give your fans an awesome opportunity to donate in your honor. Yay! Hey!
Hey.
Everybody's here. But the Pro Bowl did give us, your fans to give a great opportunity to donate in your honor about $600 to your favorite organization, Elevate Orlando.
Big. Oh, no, they snapped. They snapped.
Keep going, Sammy.
My fault.
Yep, we did that. So, but here's the cool thing. To add on to that, I am absolutely delighted to congratulate you for being named first team All-Pro by the Associated Press today.
That's lit. That's lit, man. So stop playing, man. Hey, I'm first team All-Pro.
So congratulations to Super Curb.
No, I appreciate that, Sammy. It did the little emote thing too, huh? That's what's
Yep,
up.
sure did.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy, man.
I know. I'm so proud of you. I know you wanted
crazy.
this. Oh,
All right,
where'd he
Sam,
go?
I'll talk to you later. Appreciate you
All
again.
right.
And thanks for the
Congratulations,
donation.
Kurt.
That's good, man. Hey, if y'all ever want to go check out Elevate Orlando, man, it's a huge program that helped me throughout my life, man. So y'all go check that out, man. All right.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it.
Rolling.
So just a little bit of a side note so I thought her name was Clemmy off YouTube. I could have swore I saw an L, but I just be making up names. But she's on Twitter. She actually follows me. Shout out to her. What I noticed about the Lions is in order to get on their radar, you have to either A, be on Instagram, or B, you have to be giving back to the community. So that's how you get on their radar. But shout out to Kirby Joseph. And that's just one of the folks. They do all of them. But let's continue, man. This is super cool.
You guys ready?
Yep.
Wir hoffen, dich bald wieder im Ford-Field zu sehen. One Pride worldwide.
Cool. And then we got one more in English. I just got to load it up here real quick. This is the shortest one, I think.
What up? What up? How you doing? Good to see you. Hey, El, you mind if we read this last one together?
Yeah, you got it.
All right.
Hey, yo, listen, Antoine Randall, he got with the bald head, bruh. I ain't saying no names, but he got the fortunate circumstance to resemble somebody. You know who I'm talking about. It's kind of crazy, bro. I can't unsee it. It's the bald head, because when he played for the Steelers, he ain't look like that. He ain't remind me of a particular somebody. Man, that's crazy.
Check it out. For the second straight year, but let's read it. It says, "What's up, One Pride? Thank you for all your support this season. From 2024 AP First Team All-Pro wide receiver. Congrats, baby.
Thank you.
That's right, baby. That's right.
Now let's go get that Super Bowl.
That's good, man. Congrats, man. Yes, indeed.
First team?
First team.
Let's go.
We wanted to tell you that you made first team all pro.
Wait, when did they announce that? Wait, how do you guys told them?
Yeah. We're just so proud of you. And yeah, we wanted to be able to break the news to you. So I'm really glad that they included me in this and that we got to do something special. Say yay, Dada! And then there's a video, but I'm on my phone of Malachi.
Stop it, bro. You guys got the whole family. Is he taking a nap? That's why?
He is, yeah.
Can you say first team?
Team.
All pro.
Pro.
Yay! Now clap your hands and say, go daddy!
Go daddy.
Yeah.
Go daddy.
Can you go daddy kiss?
Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate y'all.
Say yay, Daddy.
Yeah.
Good job, babe.
Thank you, love.
Huh?
Steak for dinner?
Oh, yeah, let's do it.
You know how everyone's saying that you're having the greatest punting season of all time?
You guys got me, huh? Yeah, people are saying that, dude. People are saying that. And
They're saying that.
they're not wrong because you just made first team all pro, brother. Congratulations.
Congrats, Mr. Fox.
That was pretty good.
You guys, man, you deserve it.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Hey, listen, shout out to everybody, man. Jake Bates, it was good to see him. I'm kind of, I'm kind of offended that Jake Bates didn't make the Pro Bowl in the phenomenal year that he's having, but it was a big deal, Pro Bowl is a popularity contest, but All Pro is really where it's at. And I'm sure there's some incentives they're probably going to get that's built in, but it was good to see. But Brian Branch not being on this list, I think, I'm going to be real, I think what they're making him do is they're making him do his time. They're making him put in some work. He's a second-year player. I don't know what the criteria is for this, but I don't know if there's any other second-year players on this list, either, on defense or offense. Special teams also included. So I think that Brian Branch should have been on there, but especially when you got a guy like Buda Baker on there. But I think it's a thing of time. You know what I mean? You got McKinney. I think McKinney's on there as well. Or maybe I'm confusing the list, but I think I think Brian Branch's time is coming. But Kirby Joseph, Jack Fox, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Panay Sewell, it was great to see. And shout out to St. Brown with the blue hair, man. But congratulations to the fellas, man, for All Pro. Sports Talk with Rob with the Dono says Brian Branch not making All Pro is crazy. Yeah, I think that's why, man. I think that is why. You guys see, hey, bro, don't he? Don't he, though? He do. He kind of look like, my man kind of look like a cross between Jeff and Booner. He kind of looked like a cross between them two. But look at the smiles, though, man. Everything is clicking right for this team, man. It's so exciting. Kiera says, best team in the league. St. Brown said he wants to win the Super Bowl. He's a true team player. Yeah, I saw that too. Let's go get this Super Bowl. You know what I mean? Like, I made All-Pro, got a monster contract, made All-Pro again. I believe he made the Pro Bowl too as well. And, let's go, man. Let's get this Super Bowl. What's up, Tony K? Says BB is first team. Who has outkicked Jake Bates? I really don't know. They always rob Lions players. Ja could be on the list too, honestly. I know. I think sometimes you got to cut it off because one team would dominate. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wonder how do they, I know the Associated Press is how you come up with the MVP, but I don't know how they do this. Boswell only got it because he's really the one scoring all the points for the Steelers. Yeah, he got the most points in the league. If a kicker has the most points in the league, that means your offense sucks. That's what that means. So we're talking about the Lions being like the ultimate team. We know football is the ultimate team sport. You have these individual achievements that go as part of the game. You've got All-Pro, you've got Pro Bowl, you have MVP. You've got all those different individual achievements. You got this leader, that leader, and so on and so forth. But this is the ultimate team sport. And it got me thinking. We've been hearing that our offense and defensive coordinators are both coveted candidates. For the first time, I think Aaron Glenn is actually in the running for a head coaching job. I don't think he's just the token black guy. I'm sorry, not sorry. It is what it is until, we might not ever see where it's equal opportunity in a situation like this, but it is what it is. The NFL has to give incentive for you to not only you are required to interview a minority candidate, but you are given incentive to hire one. There are incentives for if it's so bad that if a team hires a minority coach, then you could get compensatory picks. But I got to thinking. Yesterday, I didn't make a video about this, but it came out that Aaron Glenn turned down the Patriots interview. And I'm saying to myself, why? Why did he do that? Why did he do that? Now, I don't know the list off the top of my head, but I know that both Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn are both up for coaching candidate jobs. But to my knowledge, and put it in the comment section if this is not the case, but I don't know if they're interviewing for the same team. I know that the Patriots are on Ben Johnson's list. As a matter of fact, Ben Johnson concluded his interview earlier Friday. But I don't know if they have any kind of cross interviews going on. So I thought about it. I said, I wonder if Aaron Glenn, or at least one of the reasons he turned down the Patriots job, is because Ben Johnson is either A, interviewing there, because like I said, I don't know, and you guys can tell me in the comment section in the chat if there are some cross interviews. But why didn't Aaron Glenn take the job? It's I wouldn't call it least desirable because you've got the history over there. You've got a young quarterback. You've got Kraft. You've got the pieces to build and get back to that championship caliber. It might not happen in the next 2 or 3 years, but I think the Patriots will be back to maybe not the dynasty glory, but where they're in competition. But I think that one of the reasons that Aaron Glenn did not interview with the Patriots, because it just came out of nowhere, is because Ben Johnson interviewed there. And maybe him and Ben Johnson have had, this is all speculation here, maybe they've had conversations like, listen, you're up for a head coaching job. This is the one I really would go for. Well, maybe Aaron Glenn is like, look, well, you want it. I really don't want it. Why interview? Why interview in the first place? Because now we're in competition with one another. And like I said, to my knowledge, I don't think that the Saints or the Jets are on the list for Ben Johnson. I know it's the Bears, it's the Patriots, it's 2 other teams, the Jacksonville Jaguars, and I haven't heard that Aaron Glenn they're on his list. So I think that this out of the blue cancellation of the Patriots job, maybe Ben Johnson really, if there is a team, because I don't think it's going to be the Bears. I don't think it's going to be the Raiders. The Raiders would be going to the Raiders would be a foolish organization. I don't think it's going to be the Jacksonville Jaguars. They are a mess over there. The Raiders have fired 3 coaches in 5 years. I saw a stat I heard a podcast yesterday that the Las Vegas Raiders are still paying for John Gruden. They're paying Josh Daniels, and they're paying Antonio Pierce, and whoever they hire. They will be paying 4 coaches at the same time. Now, the Detroit Lions were paying Jim Caldwell and Matt Patricia. They were paying for a little while, which is over now. They were paying Dan Campbell and Matt Patricia. The Las Vegas Raiders will be paying 4 coaches at the same time. I don't think he's going there. But I think that's why Ben Johnson or Aaron Glenn turned down the Patriots head coaching position, because I think that it is the only job that was going to cross coordinators, those 2 guys. And I think he said, you know what? Because like I said, we haven't heard that Ben Johnson wants to interview with the Saints or Jets. We have not heard that Aaron Glenn is interviewing with the Bears or anything like that. So let me know what you think, because I was just like, this kind of abrupt. And there's not a ton of coaching opportunities. I think there's 6. There's turnover every year, but there's not a ton. Why would Aaron Glenn turn down the opportunity to coach in the National Football League, especially a team that has the potential that the Patriots do? Why? Because maybe Ben Johnson and him work something out, and they don't want to compete with each other. I don't know, but let me know what you think. Why do you think Aaron Glenn decided not to interview with the New England Patriots? Those are my thoughts. Let me know yours. Seems like all those teams are a hot mess. Maybe they will stay another year. Yeah, I'm with you. As a matter of fact, let's talk about some things, man. But how y'all feeling this week? You enjoying the bye week? It feels weird. Let me tell you, it feels weird. Lions fans, we have not been in this position ever. We have not been in the position to have a bye week. Barry Sanders and them came close, and they eventually lost their ticket to the Super Bowl by the eventual Super Bowl champions in 1992 when they lost to the first seed Washington Redskins. So we have not been in this situation before. And I got to tell you, it feels great and absolutely weird at the same time. Let me tell you why. I'm sitting back and it's January 10th. The NFL season, the regular season is over. The postseason will be going on for another month. As a matter of fact, 29 days from now is the last day of the NFL season as far as games being played. Super Bowl Sunday. The season actually goes on for another month, and then here we go again. The new season starts, and we're into the 2025 calendar league year. But why is this weird? Because the Lions, for the past 2 years, have been in the playoffs, but it's still sinking in. I am watching other fan bases talk about things about the season being over, and I'm like, wait a minute, if the season not, oh yeah, that's right. The season's over for you. You're cleaning out your lockers. I don't know if you guys knew this, but on Monday, 18 teams cleaned out their lockers. On Monday, they were having season-ending press conferences. Now, Detroit Lions Syndicate and the Syndicate brand as a whole is about 3 years old. As a matter of fact, when we were miserable 3 years ago in the 2021 season, that the end of that season, when Brad Holmes got in front of the media, is one of the first, when I made one of my first videos on Lions Syndicate. And it was weird. It's weird not being a part of that. It feels good. Don't get me wrong, I can get used to this. I am used to it, but it feels weird because other teams and other fan bases are talking about their season being over. And I'm like, wait a minute, what are you talking about? Oh yeah, that's right. Your season is done. Ending press conferences, free agents to re-sign. And I'm just like, oh my God. And the Lions, I listen, Lions win the Super Bowl this year. It will be, I promise you, 2025 will be the quickest year of your life if they win the Super Bowl. Right now, it's already January 10th. We're already 10 days into the new year. Lions win the Super Bowl. It will be the quickest year of your life. I guarantee you will blink your eye and we will be kicking off the 2025 NFL season. It will go by faster than you have ever seen a year fly past, because all between February 9th, February 10th, all the way to September, all they're going to be talking about is your Super Bowl champion Detroit Lions. And because this is uncharted territory, it's going to fly past. We are going to be the ones that are defending the title. We are going to open the season, the first game of the year. It's crazy. So it feels weird and gratifying at the same time that what Tony says, just making the Super Bowl would be a short year. I agree, because we made the NFC title game last year, and that was 18 days from now. The NFC title game this year is 16 days from now. And next thing I knew, it was the Combine, it was the Senior Bowl, and then it was free agency. Then 6 weeks after that, it was the draft. And then 6 weeks after that, we're talking about OTA. And then 6 weeks after that, we're in minicamp. We're in training camp. It's crazy. It's crazy. So I could get used to this, but I felt it was weird watching 18 teams. The 49ers, I came across them, and they're John Lynch, Kyle Shanahan, and they're doing their season-ending press conferences. I'm like, wait a minute. So it feels weird, but it's something I definitely can get used to because we have been struggling for so long that we haven't had consistency like this. We really haven't. So feels good. We could definitely get used to it. Misery brought me to your channel during the Patricia era. You were a Larry, bro. Man, Larry, you been around that long, bro? Wow. So Larry is before Lions, the Syndicate brand as a whole. Larry been around a long time, man. That was a long time. I almost quit watching the Lions. Steve says, wait, Run DNC, DMG says, remember when we started to talk about the off-season games, off-season with games left to play, enjoy this time. You know what, Run? This is a true statement, bro. I have never talked about, well, okay, take that back. Now I'm talking about the off-season for content, but I refuse to talk about the off-season on a regular basis. Like, if I talk about the offseason now, it's a big deal. It's like Myles Garrett, Max Crosby, something I really want to see, the pass rush, right? But outside of that, the season is so short. It's so short. This has been the quickest offseason I've ever seen. The quickest season I've ever seen. I was blinking my eye and I was in Kansas City last year to open the season. And now we're at the end of the next one, right? So I refuse to talk about the offseason during the season. As Lions fans, we used to, that's all we used to talk about in season. But yeah, Larry been around. Yes, the gridiron. Listen, those were some tough times. Tough times, man. It was tough. I almost quit watching the Lions. I was almost done. And it would have been only permanent, only temporary, until they fired Matt Patricia and Bob Quinn, because for a minute, it seemed like they were only going to fire Matt Patricia. And if they would have retained Bob Quinn, I would have not watched another game until he was gone. And I promise you, I would have turned it off. I would have been like checking the scores and stuff, but I wouldn't have. And I'm telling you, the Derek now going to games, spending hundreds and thousands of dollars on travel and tickets, this guy was not a thing. They had to do something for me in order for me to give them my hard-earned money. And they're doing that now. They deserve every penny. But back then, they did not. Everybody knows hiring Matt Patricia was a mistake. And it was the last thing that Martha Firestone Ford really did. And, you know, she did better than her husband, but she set this team back. The best thing she did was hire or have Sheila Hemp take over. Like, there's no doubt. Sheila Hemp, she need a statue. What's up, Lane? So do you think Amik comes back, becomes a lockdown corner for us since he shut down Justin Jefferson? Could this be the new role with us, lockdown CB? You know what? I think it's a little early to say that, Steve, for me. This is random, but did you know that Kyron Williams and Jameson Williams are cousins? Yes. I found out that they just found that out like a month ago. Like, they didn't know that but now it makes sense, right? Francis says, I almost quit watching the Lions then too. Like, I'm not even lying. So it's 2020. I did a video where I just lost. I was going off. And I said it was after we lost to the Texans. So Sheila Hemp is doing this. We lose to the Texans. And I'm like, I'm done. So Black Friday comes. He doesn't get fired. And this is the COVID year, so everything was still virtual. So he doesn't get fired. And I said to myself, okay, Matt Patricia is probably going to be fired. But if they keep Bob Quinn, I'm done. I'm not watching until he's gone, because I felt like that Bob Quinn fired Jim Caldwell just because. I thought the excuse he gave was so lame. He didn't want him there. He did not hire Jim Caldwell. Jim Caldwell was already here. Our general manager, I believe Mayhew, was fired. We brought in Bob Quinn. You could tell Bob Quinn was like, I'm watching you, man. You could tell from the very beginning, because he came from the New England Patriots, that he wanted to bring a guy from the New England Patriots. And you could tell that he wanted to fire Jim Caldwell. Firing Jim Caldwell was a mistake. Now, a mistake that led to hiring Dan Campbell. So everything happens the way it's supposed to, right? But when he fired him and gave the lamest excuse I've ever seen, 9-7 wasn't good enough, and we can't beat the good teams. I was like, that's lame, bro. That's lame. You don't ever see. It's very rare a coach with a winning record gets fired. It didn't make any sense, except what he should have said is, I want to bring my homeboy. I want to bring the homie in here. And the homie was a disaster. Absolute disaster. You know who I think coaches the Bears? I think Mike Vrabel is going to be the next Bears head coach. I think he's going to be the Bears head coach. I really do. What's up, D River? I remember you saying that to Blitz and that when all the Buffalo Bills were going to the Super Bowl. I actually like Jim Caldwell. I like Jim Caldwell too. Whether or not he was the coach to take us all the way, I honestly believe he could have. But the Lions aren't doing what they're doing now. They're not doing what they put mad pieces in place. Chris Spielman, right? We got a lot of people in place that we didn't have in place with Jim Caldwell. Now, Dan Campbell is the coach the city needed. He is the perfect coach for the Detroit Lions. There's no doubt about it. Not to take anything away from Jim Caldwell, but Dan Campbell is that guy. He is the guy that, and he might not have like necessarily the X's and O's like Jim Caldwell, but we're winning now. And notice Jim Caldwell never coached again. He never coached a head coaching job again. So there's not been one single Detroit Lions coach that got a head coaching job after coaching the Lions. Not a single one. Dick Duran was a interim, but that doesn't count. That's if somebody get fired and you just happen to be there, that's an interim coach. So anyway, here we are now with Dan Campbell, the man, the myth, the legend, and but I think Jim Caldwell gets lost in a miserable time for the Detroit Lions. Caldwell was the best we had during that 15-year period. All that time, didn't Caldwell have the best winning percentage as Lions head coach? I believe so, or it might have been Wayne Fonts or something. I don't know. It was something like that. He was 36-28 during that time. Vocal Coyote says, Caldwell was a little too conservative for my taste, but I always respect what he did. Okay, Vocal, what about Dan Campbell? Is Dan Campbell too aggressive for your taste? Or, because that's the knock I heard on Jim Caldwell. He was like, he wasn't aggressive enough. I think Mike Vrabel coaches the Raiders due to his relationship with Tom Brady. Yeah. I mean, he would fit. But the thing about that is now are you getting like another Antonio Pierce? And meaning that player coach guy. You know what I'm saying? I think that Mike Vrabel should have been the coach last year. There's no reason he shouldn't have been. Let me see. Sheila Brad and Dan was a winning combo. Absolutely. As great as the Patriots were as a team, their coaching staff was bad on them. Yeah. What's up, Tail? Says, what's up, Derek? Always great to see you. My beat is today. All I want is for the Lions to get the North, the bye, and most of all, the first seed. We got it. This feels like a homegrown team is special. Well, congratulations, my man. 1 year older. Yeah, enjoy it, brother. If the Bears don't get an offensive coach, their fans may riot. The turnaround came after we stopped trying to imitate their organization and started doing it the Detroit way. Derek, you're the man when it comes down to Lions information. I'd rather come here than ESPN. Steve, well, appreciate that. Is ESPN still a thing? Like outside of Stephen A. Smith and First Take? And like, what is ESPN now? I don't know. I honestly don't watch it. I have no clue. Francis, what a good question. And that's why I'm glad you said something about the coordinator, because that reminded me of what I wanted to talk about. Okay, let's see. Francis says, if we do lose a coordinator this season and Jim Caldwell is still down to be in the league, I think we should hire him. I know that's probably not going to happen, though. You know what? I agree. That's not going to happen. And I think Jim Caldwell is done. I think Jim Caldwell got to be mid-70s by now, if not more. And I think he's done, because I think what he did say was if he didn't get a coaching job like the last cycle he was in, that he was done. All right, so let's have a conversation, because I think this is worth talking about. All right. Okay, so we're talking about coordinators. Speaking of head coaches, here's another great one from Adam Sharon or Sheen says they made a head coaching conference ranking list for the 14 playoffs. Head coaches Adam Sheen and Dan Campbell are ranked. Oh, Stike. Wait, who is that? Who is that? Caldwell was down here in California as an advisor last year. Wait, Larry, when did you relocate? Oh, Carolina. I was about to say, bro. I literally put California in there. Went to Westland Meyer. They didn't have the NFC North. Bro, AJ King, I was mad, bro. I was mad. I went in, first of all, I got this shirt from Meyer. I went in there before San Francisco. I bought every shirt that day. I bought St. Brown, Gibbs. I bought Hutchinson. And I think I bought and I got another one too. I go in there and I'm like, where's my shirt at, bro? They had them, but they had the ready to roll. And I was like, I don't like that shirt. I do not like that shirt. I don't. I want the one that I had. So hopefully I'll just keep going. Every time you go to Meyer, bro, look and see. Look and see. One day they're going to have it. One day they're going to have it. Okay, so let's talk about it because I want to see if this is a thing. The Detroit Lions are in danger of losing one or more coordinators. And we're not just talking about offense and defense. The offensive line coordinator, I believe, Fraley, interviewed for a offensive coordinator position. The cornerbacks coach interviewed for the San Francisco defensive coordinator position. Bruh, why are you trying to go there? I understand it's an upgrade in position, but dog, stay where you at. Stay at a franchise that is on the rise. Don't go over there, but hey, don't say I didn't warn you. So that I would take pause on that. San Francisco 49ers, they are a hot mess. They're talking about keeping Deebo Samuel. And that's a bad idea, but whatever. That's his life, not mine. So let's assume that both head coaches, offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, that they stay. Aaron Glenn, Ben Johnson, that they both stay. What position could be available next year as far as a head coach? We know that Ben Johnson wants the perfect situation. He is like a deer literally creeping into the backyard, spooked very easy. Aaron Glenn, on the other hand, he seems like he's willing to take more of a challenge. Now, let me put something out there that I think that both coaches are heavily considering. There is some good news and some bad news. The good news is, for the first time that I can remember, maybe in my lifetime, maybe ever, the Detroit Lions will have a coaching tree. They will have a Bill Belichick coaching tree. Now, his sucked. His was terrible. So you talk about legacy. Maybe they're thinking about that. So Bill Parcells, a coaching tree. I believe Sean Payton came from his coaching tree. Sean Payton has a coaching tree. Dan Campbell is part of that coaching tree, one of the guys. Dan Campbell, your Detroit Lions have an opportunity to have a coaching tree, which is insane. It's great, but it's still weird. This is we're getting used to winning, being a winning organization, because winning usually develops a coaching tree. But if I'm Aaron Glenn and I'm Ben Johnson, we know how Ben Johnson feels. But if I'm those guys, I have to look at the big picture. We know for Ben Johnson, the big picture is the second contract. Anybody can get a first one. You usually are walking into a miserable situation. Look at Dan Campbell. What happened? He came into a run, beat down organization. In year 2, when Sheila Hemp got in front of the media, when we were 1-6, I was never saying fire either Brad Holmes or Dan Campbell. But Dan Campbell was getting on my nerve a little bit because he was aggressive back then and we wasn't really used to it. And we wasn't winning either. So it was like, bro, what are we doing, right? And look, I didn't even know that we were going to have the pass rushing woes 2.5 years later that we still have to this day. But Sheila Ham said this was a complete teardown. A complete teardown. She knew the mistake it was to hire Matt Patricia and that we were tearing the team down to the studs. Now this team has turned the corner, one of the best teams in the National Football League, very bright future, and they're going to be good for a long time with these two guys in charge. Now, we might lose Chris Spielman. He interviewed for the Jets general manager position, so I think that the Lions are going to change a little bit, but I think the core, the foundation is there, and that's going to be important. But if you're Aaron Glenn and Ben Johnson, you got to think about the possibility of you not making it, right? If a team is firing their head coach, that usually means that they suck, right? They suck. In some cases, the organization sucks as well. You got to consider, do you want to go down with the ship? Because most coaches, head coaches, they get one opportunity. They get one opportunity. They don't usually get a second. Unless you're a dummy, a coach like John Gruden, you're going to get a second, a third, a fourth chance. Bill Belichick is not in the NFL after 20 years of coaching the Dynasty Patriots, and maybe because of his reputation, he was not offered a job in last year's coaching cycle. That is a travesty. However, it's probably because of, yes, what winning required, which is weird to me. Why would you not want, but it doesn't work for everybody. The Bill Belichick way worked for the New England Patriots. That was it. And that's probably why he's now in college. How many opportunities do you get? Josh McDaniels, the Raiders are dumb. The Raiders are just dumb. There's no doubt about it. That's why I don't think Ben Johnson goes to the Raiders. The Raiders are dumb. You don't hire a guy who literally quit on his team. So you will never see Josh McDaniels coach as a head coach in the National Football League ever again. I promise you that. But if you're Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn, you have to be concise because you may only get one opportunity. Then you're going to be, look at Anthony Lynn. Look at Brandon Staley. That you're going to do your time as a head coach. If you fail miserably, you're going to be fortunate to land as a coordinator of a team eventually. Andy Reid, another example. Great second opportunity. He should have never left the first one. They fired the dude. Why? And he was almost there with the Eagles. Now he's a dynasty. Hall of Fame, no doubt about it. So for every Andy Reid, you got a Josh McDaniels. So if you're Aaron Glenn and Ben Johnson, you have to really think this through. So let's look at the openings for this year. Let's try to predict the openings for next year. Now we've heard, and if these people are going to be fired, it would have already been done. So Kevin Stefanski, I think he's on the hot seat. I know it's quarterback situation, but Browns, hot seat, in my opinion. Giants, Brian Dable, hot seat. I don't think the Tennessee Titans head coach, year 2, I don't think he's on the hot seat. But I think it's funny, the Titans fired Vrabel and are now the first pick. They're the first pick in the draft. So this is not the draft order, but we'll just go Jacksonville Jaguars. Their head coaching job. So we're not really looking at, let's look at this year and next year. So right now, I think the Browns and Giants they may be in the running for a coach next year. The Titans and Jaguars, Titans are good. I don't think they will be. I think he'll get a third year. The Jaguars, is that a team that Ben Johnson or Aaron Glenn wants to go to? Now, Aaron Glenn did not, as far as I know, he did not interview over there. We already talked about the Raiders, a dumb organization. Why would you go there? Right? The Patriots. This might be a spot that has potential for that second contract. The Bears, they need a head coach. I don't think the Panthers, I don't think Canales is in danger, at least until after year 3. Saints, they got an opening. Their cap is weird. So for me, I don't know. The Jets, I'm not going anywhere where a team uses Madden. I'm not. 49ers. Kyle Shanahan this year ain't going nowhere. I don't know what happens with them. Cowboys, they might have an opening. They might. Their coach is not under contract past this year. Carolina, I don't know if he's in trouble. I don't think so. Falcons, I don't think so. Colts, the Dolphins, the Miami Dolphins. That might be a place that might be intriguing. You got Tua. The thing is, will you ride or die with Tua? But next year, I think McDaniels is fired. Even though he got an extension, I think he's fired. The Cincinnati Bengals, Zach Taylor, this is a place I go. So if I'm Ben Johnson, I am skipping the coaching cycle, and I'm waiting on this job right here. This is where I'm going. Right there. Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, locking him up. This is where I'm going. Okay? So I'm going to hold on like LTD. As a matter of fact, I think I got it on the soundboard. But I didn't label it, though. I'm going there. D'Amico Ryans, he's good. I don't think Sean McVay, I don't think the Steelers. Steelers fans are kind of on the fence about Mike Tomlin. Even though he's never had a losing season, ever since that Super Bowl run, he's been mediocre. The offense has been stagnant the majority of, well, especially since Big Ben is retired. So I don't know if he's gone, but I think he could be. I think next year, if the Steelers don't get past like the divisional round and they get to, I think we could see a change in the guard right there. Seahawks, they're good. I don't think they're gonna. They just hired somebody last year. The Buccaneers, Bowles, I think he stays. The Packers, I think LaFleur is good. Harbaugh, the both Harbaugh brothers, they ain't going nowhere. Commanders, he not going anywhere. McDermott, this is I don't know. I think if the Bills don't make the Super Bowl, we have to have a conversation. We have 13-4. We got to have a conversation after next year. Kevin O'Connell, they love him. I don't think he goes anywhere. Here's a place here, okay? And then Lions and Chiefs, these guys ain't going anywhere. So if I am Ben Johnson, knowing that I'm an offensive guy, that I want the perfect situation, I am going to skip this coaching cycle and I'm going to wait on the Bengals. The Dolphins are enticing, but I'm waiting on the Bengals. That's what I'm going to do. And if the Bengals do not make the playoffs, okay, in 2025, Zach Taylor is gone. And if he does hold on, like LTD, he going to get fired eventually. They going to have to start winning, or he's going to be the next kind of Vrabel-esque coach, where he's done because they just can't get over the hump. And sometimes that's the thing. Sometimes you got to be willing to move on. So if I am the Detroit Lions, Aaron Glenn, and Ben Johnson, I might stand pat. I might stay put because I don't know if I'm going to any of these coaching jobs that they're open right now. The Cowboys, the Jets, the Saints, the Bears, the Patriots, the Raiders, the Jags, I'm not going any of those places. The Browns, if you can get rid of Deshaun Watson, which I think he's done. I think now he's done. He's done being their starting quarterback. You don't know if he's going to play in 2025. And then it's going to be time to move on. Just restructured, all that stuff, right? Maybe. If you can move on from him, maybe. But if I'm Aaron Glenn, specifically Ben Johnson, I am going to wait until that Bengals jobs open up. Let me know what you think. I think, not all these jobs. So which one of those jobs you think got the biggest, the current head coaching jobs, vacancies? Which ones do you think have the most potential of success? Because as we discussed earlier in the segment, there are not many coaches that make it to a second term as head coach, especially coming off a massive rebuild. All right, let me see. How long have we been on? Man, bro, I don't know why I look at the clock at an hour. Like, I just have this feeling that we've been on for an hour. It's crazy. It's crazy. Okay, Booner says Detroit Lions players receive All-Pro and then puts the list. Detroit Lions players that receive an All-Pro vote that did not get on a team. Jahmyr Gibbs, Jamison Williams, Kevin Zeitler, Aiden Hutchinson, Jack Campbell, Alexander Zaloni, Brian Branch, Hogan Hatton. What's up, Honolulu Cheese? What's good, big dog? What's going on with you, man? Hey, enjoyed the segment from today. Y'all had me rolling. I was laughing hysterically. Andy Reid retiring in the next 2 to 3 years. Well, I'm waiting on that. If I'm Ben Johnson, I'm like, I ain't going nowhere. If I'm Ben Johnson, I'm waiting on that job right there. I'm like, I'm calling the Chiefs today, and I'm going to say, yo, let me ask you a question. If I keep going like I'm going right now, let me get in first. Let me get in first. Otherwise, I might go to the Bengals. I'm just saying, bro. Hey, Kiera, that's Whoever said that is fire. That is genius. Yeah, all is great, bro. Lions won again, first seed. You know, I got a logo design. It's going down, man. We going down. It's going down. We about to hit 5K on this channel. Come on now. Come on now. Speaking of, if you ain't subscribed to the channel, hit the sub button. Let's get to 5K by the time the Lions play next week. What's up, Ones? What's good with you, man? Says Bengals defense is crazy bad, but they got Trey locked up. T, Chase, and Joey B. Ben's a dream. Okay, Tony K. Yeah, it's bad. But they can kind of rectify that a little bit, okay? And Trey Hendrickson is not locked up, good sir. He has 1 year. And when Ben Johnson would come is when Trey would be out. But their defense sucks. It is terrible. But so is the Detroit Lions defense. I mean, it's not great. It's not great. So Ben Johnson used to a bad defense. And come on now. You got the Triple Crown, the 2024 Triple Crown winner. You got Joe Burrow. Come on, man. You got Jamar Chase, bruh. They offense could be prolific as well. And we know what Ben Johnson can do with a prolific offense. I tell you what, I don't want Ben Johnson. Ooh, if he go to the AFC, man, we might be seeing them every year. We might be seeing them every single year. Dylan, what's up, dog? What's going on? Hey, Dylan, you ready, bro? You ready for the playoffs? Is Ben Johnson or is our players, I think we putting Ben Johnson on a pedestal. I don't think we putting him on the creativity is what we're looking at. That's what they're looking at as well. Because is Ben Johnson a leader of men? I don't know. I mean, is Dan Campbell an X's and O's guy, or is he a leader of men? I don't know. We'll see. We will see. My birthday was on Wednesday. Can't wait to celebrate. More when the Lions win the Super Bowl. What's up, T? Congratulations, my brother. Still a young boy. When you get Lions Syndicate merch. Very soon, bro. The logo is done. It's done. Shout out to the homie. It's done. So it's coming. It will come this year for sure. Derek, you should bring the blue beard back. Yes, Francis, it is coming back. I actually was thinking, if I would have really thought about it, I would have started growing the beard like probably November. And I would have just let it grow. Because it's pretty long now, but it curls up. You know, black people hair, right? My hair is curling up. So I was thinking about going and actually getting it dyed. You know what I'm saying? Which is something I didn't think about last year. But I would actually rock a blue beard for like, you know, just walk around and have my family completely embarrassed for like a month. They say throw the bag at Ben Johnson, but is it money or his head coaching status? It is, to me, Jay, it is success. It's success. Ben Johnson is a smart dude. He wants to be successful. He's not going to be immediately successful. He wants a second contract, which he's a smart dude. He's a smart man. Ben Johnson will cause chaos in the AFC. I believe you. What's up, Dwayne Boatwright? What's up, bro? It's been a minute. How are you, man? Kelly says, how are you feeling, Derek? I know you were sick this past week or so. I'm feeling better. Got, a little bit of congestion, sneeze and stuff like that. But by the time the Lions play next week, I should be good to go. Jags are a better job than you believe in Trevor Lawrence. They not good young talent on that team. Okay, Run. Very true. However, I'm a little nervous about the owner, right? Said you fire the coach. You fire the coach, but you keep Trent, right? Then, I don't know if this is true, if this is a true statement. You say if the new coach comes in and wants the general manager fired, you do it? So then you got to find a general manager too? Oh, no, man. No, dog. Like I said, Ben Johnson is a deer. He he spooked real easy. What about painting my face blue? Heck, no, Braylon. No. Only the blue beard came from Amon-Ra St. Brown's hair. That's the face. I will let another individual do that, looking completely ridiculous. That's just my opinion. I'll let him do that. I'm definitely buying merch when it's available, Francis. I appreciate you. I hope y'all like the logo. I think it's going to launch very soon, maybe as early as today. Ben doesn't seem like a leader to me, but I don't know. Yeah. You know what, Dripping? He gonna have to change. He gonna have to change a little bit. He gonna have to put some bass in his voice for sure. Tony says the question is, who does Ben and AG take with them when they leave coaching wise? That's a good question. That's a good question, because that is a very good question. I could see, what if Shep goes with, what if AG says, I want you as my DC? Oh, I'm telling you, or Tyrell Williams. So you're telling me Ben Johnson would have had this much success if he was the OC of one of the bad teams this season? No, he wouldn't have, Steve. What are you talking about? What about the eyebrows? Okay, what I'll do, okay. So last year it was beard eyebrows again. So since we've skipped right to the divisional round, I guess I'll do the eyebrows. So yeah. And what I think I will do, I like to wear hats, but I did see a wig. It's like a wig with a headband. I think I will get a wig if the Lions make the Super Bowl. I'll get a blue wig. So I'll have the blue beard, the blue eyebrows, and then a blue wig. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Can you spill any details on the new logo? Let me see. Can I? Let me see. This will be a special treat for y'all since y'all in the building. Hey, listen, I appreciate y'all, man. Sometimes it's tough to have shows when there's not a lot of information that's out. Okay, hold on. Let me do this. I will give you a sneak peek at it. Yeah, I'll give you all a sneak peek. Okay, yeah. Let me see. Let me see it. Make sure it downloaded properly. Yes, it did. All right. Y'all getting an exclusive sneak peek at the new Lion Syndicate logo. The brand logo as a whole. Here it is. Yep, got it blurred to 100%. I did this last night. I was going to show people last night, but the brand is going to have, each syndicate is going to have their own personal logo, and that should go into effect. Mine is almost done, but yeah, so it's dope. It's dope, and it's going to have like 2 different variations as well. So yeah, dog. Yeah, hey, listen, I got the best fan base on the planet, bro. I'm telling you what. Get the Taylor Decker beard. You think we get a statue of Campbell if we win it all? Man, I don't know. We can't get one of Campbell. I don't know, bro. We can't just be putting statues up of people. But I don't know. You know what? Nope. Because Campbell will be in the history books. So I don't think he needs a statue. Yes. What's up, Royal? What's good with you, man? Let me see. Finna look epic. Oh, yeah. It looks great. It looks great, man. It really does. As a graphic designer, I can tell that's dope. Great work. Hey, so another graphic design. Yeah, dog. A graphic designer did that. It's crazy because I was thinking about a logo this year. It's a lot of things I want to do for the syndicate. And I was like, man, I need a logo so I can start, it can be us. We can have our own thing. So each syndicate is going to have their own logo that's exclusive to them, but it follows the same type of general structure. So I'm excited. Right now, what we're doing is the banner. And as soon as the YouTube banner is done, I'll launch it. And then Daryl's will be in the work because the guy, he's a graphic designer, but he that's not his main job. Right. So he does something else. I don't want to say what he does, but it's something really cool. And it's in there with like the Doctor Stratosphere. But yeah, so we can start selling merch and all type of stuff. So I'm excited. Syndicate versus Big Dom. Dan changes the world, not just the Lions. Yes, sir, Bill. Hey, Larry, hey, listen, man, Syndicate is going to be a big deal. It really is this year. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you. I want you to, if you live in Detroit, be careful. We have a winter storm warning that is going from now until 1 a.m. this Saturday morning, which kind of sucks, but we're only getting 1 to 3 inches. So it's one of those long all-day snows, but it's barely any accumulation. So travel is going to suck. Be careful driving home or traveling anywhere. My son is supposed to go to his mom's house, but she's 3 miles away. It's literally down the street, turn, go 3 miles, turn, and then we're like at her house. But I don't even want to do that. I don't even want to do that, man. But be careful, guys. And tomorrow we will be bi-weekend chill on Lion Syndicate. We're doing the 4:30 game, wildcard game. We're doing the 8 o'clock game. Then we're doing all 3 on Sunday, concluding wildcard weekend. I guess they dropped the super. And we'll be doing that on Monday as the Rams. And by Monday, if we might know who we're playing already. If the Packers or Commanders pull off an upset, we'll be playing one of those teams next week. So I will be at the game as well. So that's another reason I want to stream these games, because this is probably the last time this year that I'll be streaming. Like, we'll probably do the playoffs too. Like, we'll do the entire playoffs. So like when the Lions are not playing, we'll do those. And then like the AFC Championship, we'll do that, because that if the Lions make the Super Bowl, we'll know who we're going to play, right? So we'll do all the playoffs, that as long as it doesn't affect with like the Lions that day, because I'll be going to those games. And it feels so good to be at Ford Field. 15-minute drive. No, it's like a 35-minute drive, man, and we're there. So anyway, enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your Friday. If you get paid today, buy something. Spend some money on yourself. Yeah. And you know what? Yes. I started once. Yes, sir. I'm actually going to be Syndicate coffee mug. Those going to be one of the first things we do. Yes, going on with Chef at 7 o'clock. I will be on live with him. So tune in to that on Motor City Cats. I'm going to promote it as well. But I'm going to get I've tried the Don Julio Reposado. I think I'm going to buy some 1942. Man. And if the Lions win the if they make the Super Bowl, I'm popping it. And if they win the Super Bowl, I get another one. That's how we're going to do that. We're going to have 2 weeks to party. We're going to have 2 weeks to party until the Super Bowl. It ain't no way I'm going to sit on that. But then I get another one. I'll probably buy 2 at the same time. Yeah, and we'll do that. Anyway, enjoy your Friday, man. I will catch y'all on Monday as we know probably who the Detroit Lions are going to play in the divisional round and all that stuff. We'll go from there, man. Enjoy, be safe, and I will catch y'all on Monday. Have a good weekend, y'all.
Hello, good morning. Horns is blowing, and I'm pissing off the neighbors. Whether homegrown or imported, we feeling shorted, cause we waiting on our paper. So next time, when they ask you where you from, you gon' say Detroit City, where we get back on our feet. Next time, when they ask you where you from, you gon' say Detroit City, when we get back on our feet. Yeah, you don't know about the D, you don't know about the streets, cause when you're in the Motor City, nothing is as pretty as the hustle. You don't know about the D, you don't know about the streets, cause when you're in the Motor City, everything ain't pretty, but it's love though. Next time, when they ask you where you from, you gon' say Detroit City, where we get back on our feet. Next time, when they ask you where you from, you gon' say say Detroit City when we get back on the feet. Yeah.